me about your first lunch date with Jennifer.
I was a bit nervous. Jen is a little older than I am, and I didn't think we had very much in common.
I'd had lunch with her before, but my father had always been there for those.
At that point, things were getting more serious with her father, and I just wanted to try to get close to her.
She's very shy, and I just wanted to let her know that I wasn't the enemy. I wanted us to become friends. I wanted us to be more like a family. I know that it sounds terribly corny, but...
Actually, it was my dad who set it up. He asked me to do him a favor. This was a couple of weeks after the incident with Dimitri, and we hadn't heard from him. My brother is very good at holding a grudge. Anyway, my father was... Well, I could tell something was on his mind.
He was preoccupied, in a state of nervous excitement, not upset, quite the opposite. And he was on the phone to his lawyers a lot, almost every day.
Whatever it wasn't my business, but a couple of times I could tell he was on the verge of telling me something. I knew it had to be big.
I had to talk to Sonia about something else, something specific. A few days earlier, Fyodor had told me he'd received a phone call from someone claiming to be his son. Not Dimitri, someone else, but his son.
He thought it was a joke at first. Fyodor was worth a decent amount of change, and there had been some past incidents. A previous employee once tried to blackmail him. His ex-wife was always up to something. Well, Fyodor told this guy to call his lawyer. He figured this would scare him off. But in a few days, his lawyer called back and said that this kid had an incredible story. He'd taken a blood test and everything checked out. And get this, he just wanted to meet his father he never knew.
We had arranged to meet at one of her favorite restaurants. I had never been there. I don't care for the East Side much.
Well, I was kind of nervous, and since I'd never been there, I got there early. It was very nice, very expensive. My father had given me his credit card, but tried not to use it very much.
Can you take that from me?
We had arranged to meet at one of her favorite restaurants.
Well, Jen showed up about 45 minutes late. The first thing she did was order us a round of Cosmopolitans. I'm not a big drinker, but I didn't want to be rude.
I think she'd already been drinking.
I think she'd already been drinking.
I got to the restaurant and I was starving. Sonia was sitting at the bar waiting. She looked so pathetic, nervously sipping her glass of soda, glancing at the door every couple of seconds. Well, we had a lot to talk about. Fyodor had wanted to tell her about the phone call, but couldn't find the right words. He was funny like that.
He had no trouble dealing with the biggest things, financial matters, but sometimes little things gave him trouble. So I told her. Somebody had to. Besides, I had to find out how much she already knew.
I couldn't believe it when she told me. There is a lot about my father that I don't know about, and frankly, a lot I rather wouldn't care to know about, but...
To find out that I had a brother. Or a half-brother. Or whatever.
How did she take it?
Well, Sonia was quiet for a long time. Then she very calmly asked if I knew what he wanted. I told her that he said that she just wanted to meet the family, and that was all. I didn't know at that point that she'd been in touch with Dimitri, and I never considered that she'd run right off to him and blab everything.
I had so many questions. How old was he?
Where is he from?
What did he look like?
Who was his mother?
Did he know about me and Dimitri?
She behaved very strangely. I mean, I don't know what I expected, but it was like I just told her it was raining outside or that the sky was blue. If she did feel strongly about it, she certainly did a good job of hiding it. She hardly said anything the rest of lunch. And after she'd finished eating, she just stared into her water glass for a couple of minutes.
Then she said she had to go, but would like to meet her new brother as soon as possible.